It is Thursday, September 11th. Welcome to Pound Town. A lot going on right now. A lot. What this day means, September 11th, and I'm going to do a little monologue on Menace. I don't feel the need to do it twice, so I'll wait to do it at noon. But it is September 11th. We remember and honor the victims 24 years ago. See, it doesn't even seem like a real thing. 24 years ago. Like almost a quarter of a century ago. An act of terror was terrible, awful, but it unified a country that is no longer unified. Talk about a country divided. What has happened since 2001 until now is fucking criminal. And it's really sad to see what this country has become. And so I would just encourage you to educate yourself and really think deeply about viewpoints, about opinions, about sides of the aisle, what's right and wrong, who's telling the truth and who's lying, because it's not hard to see. But I'm not going to make this political. I just felt the need to say that.
Yeah.
I don't know that I could have started the show just talking about football.
No. But a lot has happened in the last 24 hours.
And really the last 72 hours. I mean, from the stabbing on the train to Charlie Kirk, rest in peace, getting assassinated. Just a fucking a wild time in this country. But I will be praying for this country. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But we do have football to talk about. It's kind of a way to just get away from the real world for a little bit.
I mean, that's what sports is for, man. I've always lived by that rule. We'll always die by that rule, man. Sports is the ultimate thing that can bring people together regardless of political belief, political views. Sports is the one common thing that people can, have comfortable conversation and not feel the need that they're going to piss off someone. I mean, there are some crazy fans out there, don't get me wrong, but that's what I love about sports. And
yeah, except for Steelers fans. Fuck them.
Fuck Steelers fans.
Fuck Steelers fans, but everyone else for sure. I'm with you. So we have the NFL to discuss once again. We do have football tonight, a Thursday night game.
Those were long 2 days without football, man.
Man, that 48 hours was rough, but we're back, baby. We got Thursday night football. High school football on Friday. Fuck every other level of football playing on Friday because Fridays are for high school. High school football Friday. Then we got college football Saturday, Sunday, NFL, Monday night football. We're so back. 5 straight days. Like the video. If you're excited for this 5-day run every week, really. Every Thursday I wake up like, Lego. So we have a lot to discuss. And the big, rumor mill topic point today is, will Quinshon Judkins get suspended? Will he be suspended? A crime that he was not charged with.
Leave it to the NFL to pull some bullshit like this on the Browns.
It's always fascinating to me. And I've experienced a situation where actual investigators investigate a crime. There's not enough evidence or reason. There's not enough evidence. There's not enough reason. There's no tangible information that can verify that a crime occurred. So they don't charge you because they don't have proof. Somehow you still get crucified by the NFL, the media, whoever it is. It just amazes me when investigators can't find proof that it happened, yet someone else can punish you for it.
Yeah.
Like, does the NFL have better investigators? If they do, they should turn over all that information to the cops and get them arrested.
I was going to say, shit. I mean, shouldn't the NFL investigators be swapping positions then with the actual law enforcement?
If the NFL suspends Quinshon Judkins, they are condoning and supporting abuse against women because they must have information that he did it, and they're not giving it to the cops to get him charged and get that criminal off the streets. They have to be supportive of abusing women, I guess.
It's absolutely wild. And not to mention, Zach, this case wrapped up, a month ago?
Yeah, it's been a while.
How much longer is this gonna go on? And we're gonna break it down later in the show. But I guess, question for the chat is: do you think Quinshon Judkins is gonna get suspended or not?
Yeah, you think he'll have a suspension any length? That's the question of the day. Yes or no? Will Quinshon Judkins get suspended? I need to know in the chat. Also, like the video while you're here. Over 100 people already, so this is gonna be a good show. Smash that like button. Let's get it going. Let's talk football and get away from what the fuck is going on in this country. Lukey, let them know what time it is, Bubba. It is. They need to level up. I think we have some freaks in Menace Army. I'm okay with that. Go watch the fucking film. But I appreciate you for riding with us, Menace Army. Menace out.
Menace Army! Let's get to the show!
Let's get to the show.
Let's get to the show. Week 1 Players of the Week dropped yesterday from the NFL, leading the charge in the AFC. No surprise here. The Offensive Player of the Week was Josh Allen after the miraculous comeback on Sunday Night Football. Defense was Jaguars linebacker Foy Oluokun. I think I pronounced that right. And Steelers kicker Chris Boswell. Shout out a team that can employ an actual kicker who drilled a 60-yarder to give his team the win when our kicker couldn't hit a fucking 36-yarder.
But I mean, in an alternate reality, wasn't our kicker the Bengals? He was the most impactful special teams player of the week.
Yeah.
I mean, he has single-handedly got the Bengals the win. How does he not win special teams player of the week? He was the most important special teams player of the entire weekend.
We should start an anti-NFL awards each week on Menace here.
Yeah,
around Pound Town.
It doesn't say like good players of the week. It just
most
says
impactful.
The NFL players of the week. He certainly was the special teams player of the week because his performance directly dictated the winner. I mean, that's what robbery. It's robbery. He should have won the award.
That's facts. Justice for Andre Schmidt.
Literally.
Hey, well, he'll get redemption to this week, hopefully. But on the NFC side, a little surprised about this. Vikings quarterback J.J. McCarthy named Offensive Player of the Week.
It's not surprising even a little bit.
Really?
Massive comeback victory. First start, essentially a rookie. Fourth quarter, he popped off. I mean, I think I absolutely deserved.
All right. He finished 29th in passing yards out of all quarterbacks who played in week 1. He had a pick 6. He only threw the ball 20 times. I get that he had the big fourth quarter, but really? 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. He did have the rushing touchdown as well, but you finished 29th in the NFL in week 1 in passing yards, and that warrants week 1 Offensive Player of the Week. I don't know. To me, it seemed a little weird.
Who would you have rather given it to?
I mean, it's tough because a lot of the good performances from week 1 did come out of the AFC, but I think you could look at, and I know I'm biased, but Baker Mayfield, had more yards, more touchdowns, also had a game-winning comeback, probably against a better team. I think Atlanta's better than Chicago. We can agree there, right?
I mean, yes, Atlanta's better than Chicago. I can agree with that. Baker Mayfield absolutely does not deserve Player of the Week.
And what did J.J. McCarthy do over Baker?
Well, he completed the ball.
Yeah, he also only completed 13 out of 20. It wasn't like he lit it up. He was only asked to throw the ball 20 times.
He completed the ball at a much higher clip than Baker Mayfield, and that's your job as a quarterback is to throw the ball and they catch it.
Baker also had more touchdowns, just saying.
Yeah, what's that matter? That's a team situational thing. He was in the red zone more often.
All right, well, I'm not a fan of...
We went through the stats yesterday.
I know. All right, well, besides from him, there really wasn't too much to look at in the NFC. I mean, you could talk about potentially, the most passing yards in the NFC was Michael Penix, but they lost. You look at Brock Purdy was kind of he had 2 turnovers in the Niners win. Matthew Stafford threw for 250 and a touchdown, but didn't have, I guess, the number of touchdowns. So, Jaden Danielson really lighted up. Jared Goff lost. All the big names lost. Jordan Love, you could have given it to.
That's the only one I see that I would probably have picked over J.J. McCarthy is Jordan Love in Green Bay.
I would go Love, Baker, and then JJ is my power.
Absolutely
rank.
not Baker. The second most turnover-worthy plays in the entire NFL in week 1. He benefited from situationally being close to the end zone. Completed 53% of his passes. It's not Baker.
JJ McCarthy also benefited from playing LGBTQB1 in Chicago. And
he actually didn't go against him. I don't know if you know that or not.
JJ McCarthy?
Caleb Williams was never on the field with JJ.
No, but I'm saying they would have lost that game had it not been for LGBTQB1 blowing it in the fourth quarter.
Again, it's a team sport.
I'm just talking
about quarterback play.
Baker was robbed.
Baker wasn't robbed. He only completed half of his passes.
All right, fine. But then, all right, it should have went to Jordan Love.
That's fair. I'll give you that one.
Yeah. Are we kind of, I don't know, buying into the JJ McCarthy hype too soon, or do you think he's legit after week 1?
No, I mean, I don't think anyone with a sound mind is buying into the JJ McCarthy hype as if he's like a top 10 quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
But I think it was a great first start. That's all. I mean, he definitely had his moments. He wasn't consistent. He wasn't phenomenal from start to finish, but I think he found a way to win a game, which is really important at the quarterback position. Both him and Baker and Aaron Rodgers, and Josh Allen, they found a way to win the game, and that's very important. And for him to do it in his very first start, I think at least just shows promise. It shows hope that he can correct some mistakes, get a little more consistent. I mean, your initial career, that first year, kind of learning from mistakes and having that growth trajectory is so important. I don't know how good he will be, how much his trajectory will go up, but it's a good start. It's a decent first game.
Yeah. And he's got a big test this weekend. I mean, Atlanta, team that, again, we just talked about with Tampa Bay, that was a game that came right down to the wire. Minnesota will be home for that on Sunday Night Football this weekend. And hey, let's see if he can outperform Baker against the same opponent. That'll be the true test as to who really deserved that Week 1 Player of the Week award.
Right.
Zach, I want to talk about the kickoff rule for a second.
Yeah, this was wild.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that. This is my negligence, and I apologize for it. I read about the rule very briefly when it first came out that touchbacks were going to go to the 35. I did not fully dive into the rule and how it would apply because their whole thing was they essentially eliminated kickoffs and kickoff returns.
Yeah.
When they moved the ball up, and teams basically just they incentivized no returns. They wanted touchbacks, less collisions. It was all CTE and concussion oriented, and they were trying to remove those big collisions from the game. What they've done now is awesome because now you're getting kickoff returns, but it's more like punt returns, and punt returns rarely have big collisions. And I mean, teams are returning the shit out of the ball. You have the stat here. Week 1, 118 of 156 kickoffs were returned. That's a 76% return rate. Last season, it was 33%. So they've more than doubled the number of kickoff returns. And just watching it live, I don't know how it felt on TV. I guess I do. I watched the night game on TV. Live, when that ball gets caught, you feel like there's a 50-50 shot. That bitch is a house call. And I know it obviously isn't that, but it's awesome. And my favorite part, so the rule is if you kick the ball in the end zone and they field it or they let it bounce, whatever, and it lands in the end zone, the touchback is going to go to the 35-yard line, incentivizing kicking teams to not kick it in the end zone. Kickers now are taking field goal approaches, 3-step kick, as opposed to a run and kick where they're trying to blast it. They're trying to place that ball on the 1-yard line.
That's the goal.
But what happened in the Cleveland game that I was unaware of
this is the rule that I like.
Yes, this is the best part of the whole rule. If the ball lands in the field of play and then enters the end zone and you either take a knee or let it roll into a touchback, the ball only goes to the 20 because it landed in the field of play and you should have caught it and returned it. So they are forcing you to catch the kick and return it. And Cincinnati made a mistake against Cleveland. He let it bounce and then grabbed it, took a knee, and it's like, bub, you're only going to the 20. You just screwed your offense out of 15 yards.
No, I love it.
I love it.
But and the funny part, and I meant to bring this up, it was the Monday Night Football game. We saw it because now it's like you have to either clear the end zone in order to force a touchback, because now a lot of these teams are returning it, like you said. But in the end of the Chicago-Minnesota game, Chicago scored a touchdown with the 2-minute warning still intact. So they had a chance to get the ball back. But they needed the kick to go out of bounds or to not be returned, because I think there was 2 minutes and 2 seconds. So if Minnesota returned it, they would have forced the 2-minute warning to go during the kickoff, not after the first down play.
Right.
So what I was confused was why the kicker just didn't kick it out of bounds originally, because then, that would have went to the 35-yard line anyway.
Yeah. I don't know.
And just accepted the penalty. Now my question is, and maybe the chat will know this, if there would have been a runoff for that, if it was an intentional kick.
Also,
out of bounds.
why not just kick it out of the end zone?
Well, that's what they tried to do, but he didn't clear it.
Well, they'd get a stronger leg.
Well, it's in Chicago. The wind's blowing. I don't know what way the wind was going there, but
don't make that excuse. That way he could have had the wind at his back. You don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, even still, but why wouldn't you just kick it out of bounds to the side?
I'm
right?
sure
the ball's going to go out of bounds.
I'm sure there was a runoff.
There has to be.
Yeah. Otherwise, they would have thought of that. But I don't know. Who knows? The Titans coach didn't even know an elbow in bounds means it's a catch.
That's facts. Shout out Tennessee over there. But no, what was funny, Zach? And I was thinking about this watching the games on Sunday. I thought that there would be more overs hitting in week 1 because of these kickoff rules, right? Considering teams are going to have better field position, you would think would lead to more points.
Yeah.
It was kind of the opposite. If you look at the games in week 1, only 4 games went over their total out of the 16 games. 12 games went under.
That's
so
crazy.
Clearly, either Vegas adjusted and maybe had the line set a little higher, or it was just defenses are still going to rule the NFL. But I mean, you had the big games like Sunday Night Football, which clearly were anomalies. But I just thought it would lead to more offense overall.
Yeah, I did too. But it feels like the unders have been in the major college football games and in the NFL, the under has been the move.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate betting unders because you're rooting against points, and that's not fun.
That's no fun.
But it just feels like, I mean, even tonight, Commanders Packers 48.5. Like, you got to think that this game's going to be 28-24 to hit the over.
Yeah, that's pretty high scoring for an NFL over under.
Yeah,
that might be the highest total this week. Actually,
it might be
48.5. The only one game is higher this week. We have one other game. It's the Jaguars Bengals 49.5.
Yeah, I got that at 48.5 too. But yeah, that's the other one that's up there.
Yeah. But yeah, so
I'm trying to tease you to take the under. That sounds like an overplay to me.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? It's Thursday, Zach, which means we got to do a little gambling segment after this first commercial break.
Yeah, we'll do that after this commercial break. But the PSA is, this is not like professional analytics driven picks. I got an email like, your picks suck. I'm down so much money. Like, you're betting what I say. I'm just giving an opinion that's kind of a reactionary opinion. Now, it might be based on a little bit of knowledge, but I mean, these teams have only played one game. I would never bet any of these bets, just to be clear. I mean, I probably will and lose. So if you want to lose with me, come on, jump on the ride.
Not today. Today, we're putting together a winner, Zach. I'm ready to roll. It's a new week. I'm fucking ready to cash out, baby. Let's go.
This guy. All right, let's get a commercial. We'll come back and talk more NFL football. We've got 674 people in here. Like the video. What was the question you asked?
Do you think Quinshon Judkins will serve a suspension?
Yeah. Will Quinshon serve a suspension? Will the NFL suspend Quinshon Judkins? Yes or no? In the comments, down in the chat. We'll be right back after this. All right, Menace Army, the journey to get healthier, get more energy, and just enjoy life for my brother is off. I mentioned it Friday on the show, but he's already down 12 pounds in 2 weeks. He weighed in on Friday, down a little over 12 pounds, so he's clearing the 5 pounds a week with Awaken 180 weight loss. It is, if you want to get your life back, my brother was at the house all weekend watching NFL football, eating his meals that Awaken 180 provided him, and just talking to him about his energy level and just his ability to be a dad and have fun with his kids. Already in 2 weeks, he feels cleaner, he feels lighter, he has higher energy, and he was bouncing around my house all weekend. And he's just getting started. Awaken 180 weight loss, they're going to give you 4 out of your 5 meals a day. They give you a personal coach who you check in with every Friday. They send you a scale, put it in your bathroom, step on it once a week and weigh in, and all that data goes to your coach. My coach and now my brother's coach, Jenna, is amazing. They work with you every week, checking in, holding you accountable, and also adjusting the plan. Say you're going out of town. Jenna will work with me when I would go to volleyball trips on what I needed to pack, strategies to make sure I can stay consistent. It truly is life-changing. I lost 30 pounds in 6 weeks. My brother's already lost 12 in 2. If you want to lose some weight and get your energy back and take your life back, just go sign up for a consultation. Go talk to the great people at Awaken 180 Weight Loss, and I promise you won't regret it. It's just a consultation. Go check it out and take your life back with awaken180weightloss.com. Did you know that more people now consume cannabis than alcohol? Maybe it's because there's no hangover. You don't have to deal with the impact alcohol is on your body. But whatever the reason, Cornbread Hemp just launched these incredible THC seltzers that I highly encourage you check out. It's a seltzer that tastes and feels amazing. It's perfect for summer and fall and football season. It's a low-calorie drink, only 30 calories and 5 grams of sugar, made with pure THC and all natural ingredients. No synthetics. It's the real deal. Each can has 5 milligrams of THC, which is the perfect amount so you don't become a zombie. It just takes the edge off, and you can drink at your own pace to get the feeling you desire. Blueberry Breeze is my favorite flavor. They also have peach iced tea, raspberry limeade is gas, and salted watermelon is phenomenal. I highly encourage you check it out. Right now, Menace to Sports listeners can save 30% off their first order and enjoy free shipping on orders over $75. Head to cornbreadhemp.com/menace and use code menace at checkout. That's cornbreadhemp.com/menace. Code menace, cornbread hemp. This is the good life. That's the good life.
That's the good life. We've got an official ruling on Jalen Carter from last Thursday Night Football with the infamous Spitgate on Dak Prescott. The Eagles' defensive tackle will not be suspended and should be able to play in the Super Bowl rematch versus the Chiefs this weekend. He will be hit with a fine for spitting on Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott, but no suspension. So good news for Philly. I guess the thinking is that had Jalen Carter spit on Dak during the third or fourth quarter, then he would have been suspended for the first half of the Chiefs game. But the NFL is treating it like this is his 1-game suspension, basically.
Like he got suspended from the game that they played.
Yeah. So
yeah, I don't get this. Like, in what world can you spit on someone and that not be one of the most disrespectful things you can do?
Yeah,
I know this. If I go spit on a guy upstairs here, I'm expecting to get punched in the face.
I was going to say, isn't that your knee-jerk reaction is to probably punch someone who's pissed?
Absolutely. And like somehow because they're on the field of play, like they're just, he spit on him. He didn't get to play in that game because he got ejected. There should be some kind of punishment. And this is not, Jalen Carter did it in the Florida game. The Florida D tackle did it. Like apparently this is a thing now. Mm-hmm. And I think there should be a greater punishment than just that game. It's one of the most disrespectful things you can do. And it should start a massive fight. I'm shocked that neither of those events started a fight.
Neither of them ended in a brawl.
But I guess shout out Dak Prescott. Shout out USF's player that didn't retaliate. But I don't know that I can contain myself if someone spit on me.
Yeah.
Buddy, I would have
crashed out.
Crashed out.
Yeah, absolutely. But shout out Dak for keeping cool.
But, hey, Bird Gang. Fly Eagles fly, I guess.
Fly Eagles fly. And hey, I'm low-key. Actually, I don't know who I'm rooting for in the Super Bowl rematch this weekend. Because I'm kind of over the whole Philly nonsense. But then again, Kansas City is Kansas City. I'll probably root for Philly.
Unless Travis Kelce got traded, I'm rooting for the Eagles.
That's facts. All right, Zach. Thursday Night Football tonight. We got a banger. Redskins Packers.
Great game.
Is this, I guess, quick question before we dive into the matchup, but do you think this could be a NFC Championship game preview?
I think it definitely could. I think the Packers have definitely elevated. Jordan Love looks really good. Mm-hmm. It's hard to not bank on the Eagles being there. And the team that I thought looked the most impressive in week 1 was the Rams. So,
yeah.
It's way too early to call it, but I definitely could see both of these teams developing and coming along and being two of the better teams in the NFC without a doubt.
Yeah, you look at the NFC Championship odds or the NFC Championship winner odds. The Eagles are still the favorite, no surprise, but right behind them is Green Bay at plus 390. The Eagles are plus 360 to win the NFC. The Rams, like you said, have the third best odds, and then Commanders are fourth right behind the Rams. So I think there's definitely a chance. I think that I don't know. I'm still a believer in Washington, and I think this team is only going to improve, at least offensively. They kind of looked a little stagnant week 1, only putting up 21 points. The Giants do have a good defense, but I think today might be a chance for them to really light it up.
I'm telling you, bet the over. When Vegas sets a high over number like that, they're like teasing you to take the under. You're like, wow, that's the highest win total or highest over under this weekend. I'm going to fire the under. And sure enough, that game will be 35-38.
Well, you're not wrong in that logic there, because if you look at the betting trends for tonight, 96% of the bets and 93% of the money are on the under. So,
I'm telling you, dude, I'm going to fire the over.
Okay.
Now, ride that loss with me. Don't take it. Don't get mad at me. You lose your fucking kids' Christmas money, but I'm riding the over.
It's one of those things where, like, all right, is Vegas really going to make sure that 93% of the money hits, or are they leaning on that 7%? So, in today's Let's Build a Thursday Night Football 3-leg parlay, leg 1 is going with the over 48.5. I like it.
I am, without a doubt.
Zach, is there a touchdown score prop that you like for tonight, or any other prop?
I
have one if you need a
I'm going with Scary Terry to score. He didn't score in week 1.
Ooh,
I think Scary Terry's going to get in the end zone. Give me an anytime touchdown score, Terry McLaurin. And what's Jaden Daniels' rushing total?
Jaden Daniels' rushing total. So McLaurin, his touchdown odds are plus 150, so good value there. And Jaden Daniels' rushing total, 44.5.
Oh, he hit 68 against the Giants. I think I would fire Jaden Daniels' rushing total over, Terry to score, and the over.
Okay. So if we look at the games tonight, Jaden Daniels' rushing total, you said he has gone, let's see, he's gone over this mark in 7 of his last 10, so including 3 straight. So
yeah,
solid value there. We'll go Daniels over 44.5, and then McLaurin touchdown is the other one I wanted to check. McLaurin touchdown has hit in, where is he? Scary Terry. Oh, wow. He's had a touchdown in 8 of his last 10, despite not scoring week 1. So if you like trends, 70% hit rate last 10 for Daniels rushing, 80% hit rate last 10 for Terry McLaurin touchdown. Head-to-head, McLaurin hit the last time they played Green Bay. He had a touchdown. So
what's Terry's over-under reception total?
His over-under reception.
Because I'm over here on total. HOF. This is my gambling analytics app. You'll hear the commercial later where they give me all the analytics I need.
Yeah. So his line is set for 4.5.
He's averaging his last 5 games 8 targets. So will he catch 5 of his 8 targets? I think he will. I'm gonna throw that in there too. Over receptions.
I'm a little worried about that just because he only had 4 last week.
Yeah, this is a bounce back
week, but I guess
so. He needs 1 more than last week, and he had a very uneventful last week.
No, that's targets, not catches. He only had 2 catches last week.
Well, right.
So he needs 4 more targets, which I think he will. My concern is that Debo got a lot of target share last week, and I don't know what their plan is to utilize him moving forward. So I'm a little hesitant with 4.5. I almost like his yardage better is 55.5. So he's gone under this. He's gone under the total for receptions in 4 of his last 6, but receiving yards, I mean, shit. Again, aside from last week, he had 27. He consistently goes over. His last 5, he's averaging 63.2 yards per game. Has gone over in 3 of the last 5. I don't know. I feel like the receiving yard might be the play, but again, Green Bay's defense really leveled up. So I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm scared to load up on a lot of Washington, I guess, passing props. I think if the way Washington's going to beat Green Bay, I think it might be through the ground today.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, Green Bay right now has the 18th best passing defense in the NFL, so nothing dominant for sure. I mean, they've had the best rushing defense in week 1, only allowed 46 yards on the ground.
Dude, am I crazy for liking the rookies rushing yard total? Bill Krosky-Merritt, the guy who kind of came out of nowhere. He had 82 rushing yards, Zach, on only 10 carries in week 1. If they believe in the rookie back, and you know, kind of give him some more opportunities, some more reps in week 2, I think he could clear. His line is at 40.5. That could be the move too.
You bet that, Pat.
All right.
I'm not touching that.
All right, fine. We'll take Bill Krosky-Merritt's out. We're riding. Here we go. The 3-legger over 48.5.
Yep.
Terry McLaurin anytime touchdown. Jaden Daniels over 44.5 rushing yards. $10 wins you 53.
Plus 530.
Plus 530.
I love a good plus 500 3-leg parlay. Same game
parlay. And all right, we don't need to bet it, but who do you like to win tonight, Zach? Green Bay at home, 3.5-point favorites. Are you rocking with the Packers tonight?
Yeah, I think I am. Just at home in Lambeau.
Okay.
Jordan Love has looked good. I mean, from last year all the way to week 1. I think I'm rooting for the Commanders, so I'm trying to find an angle where they win, and I think this is going to be it's going to be a great game. I mean, yeah. I could see either team winning, but I think Green Bay probably gets it done at home.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun matchup. I'm excited for tonight. Zach, I do want to get a commercial break. We got our partners at Hall of Fame Bets coming up and MyBookie. So do your research with this. If you want to double check, create your own parlays, do your research over at Hall of Fame Bets, and then bet it on MyBookie. We got both those ad breaks coming up.
It's this Hall of Fame app, HOF app, is really cool. It gives you all the analytics. So I would encourage you to check it out, but you'll hear about it in the commercial. We'll be right back after this. All right, Menace Army, we love gambling over here. We got Men's to Give and picks, But the greatest tool we've found is HOF. It's an app. Go in the App Store, download it right now. It is a gambling data app. It's not a sports book. It is, you can go on there and it crunches millions of data points in seconds, whether you're building a same game parlay or picking a money line. Let the stats help guide your decision. And the coolest thing they have, I hit a 4-leg parlay on yesterday for the NFL, and you can put in your parlay, and they have a parlay optimizer where it'll go through your parlay and tell you the percentage chance that each leg hits. I had a five-leg parlay that I wanted to play, and I put it in HOF's parlay optimizer, and it flagged a receiving prop, coincidentally Jamar Chase's receiving prop, and that was my weak link in the parlay. I took it out. He obviously didn't hit. I went 4 for 4 and cashed my parlay. It is a must-have if you're going to be gambling. HOF has over 1 million total users and is rated 4.9 out of 5 stars on the App Store based on over 7,000 reviews. For a limited time only, our listeners not only get a 7-day free trial, but they also get 50% off the first month when they use code MENACE at checkout. Just download the HOF app in iOS or Android, enter code MENACE, and you're all set. Go check it out. All right, Menace Army, football season is finally back. And I don't know if you bet this past weekend, but it's time to start building that bankroll. And our partner, MyBookie, is here to give you free money to start building it. There's no better way to build it than free money. Right now is the perfect time to get ahead of the curve. College football kicks off officially this weekend, and MyBookie's got national championship odds, Heisman odds, futures, all the lines you want. Your week 1 parlay awaits you. And if you're brand new, you get a little extra juice. Sign up with promo code MENACE and drop in $100, and MyBookie's going to give you $50 free. That's free money. Bankroll immediately is a winner. Week 1, you've already won. The action's heating up, the odds are moving, and this season's shaping up. It'll be a good one already. Don't miss it. Bet big, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. I'm telling you, this HOF app is crazy. So I just put that parlay in. I got a 20% chance to win, obviously, plus 500. Like, not as certainly a long shot, but leg by leg. They said, this app running all the analytics said the over is a 40% chance. Jaden Daniels rushing is a 50% chance. He's went over 50 rushing yards 6 of his last 10 games. And then Terry McLaurin, an 80% chance to score.
Yeah, there it is. Fire along and cash out. Dude, I have a good feeling about that parlay.
I do too.
I'm liking it for tonight. And shout out Don B, our resident Redskins fan. Hopefully they get a dub. If you want to add Commanders money line in there, that's your own doing.
That's your prerogative.
Yeah. All right, Zach. I want to start talking Browns, and I want to start by saying, fuck the Ravens.
Yes.
This is some bullshit that they're on this weekend. The Ravens are doing their 30-year anniversary celebration party, whatever you want to call it, while hosting the Cleveland Browns. How fucked up is that?
It's extremely fucked up. For those of you that are 29 or younger, like Pat, you don't even know what that felt like. What that was. When Art Modell's bitch ass moved the team to Baltimore, although I do blame the city of Cleveland as much as I blame Art Modell for really treating the Browns like dog poop in your backyard. It's like, yeah, it's there. Fuck that. Fuck them. But I mean, it's fucked up that they're going to celebrate the team moving to Baltimore when the former team is coming to town. Like it's a spat in the Browns fans' faces. It's
so bad. And it's funny because you're right. I don't have the hatred that, like you said, Browns fans 30 and older do with, that live through the move, right? But I've, with all my family being from Cleveland and my family being Browns fans, they've kind of instilled that hatred in me from a young age. And also I have my own personal vendetta with the Ravens because my ex is a fucking Ravens fan, and it's always fuck her in the city of Baltimore. So it's always fuck the Ravens here. But Zach, the Ravens came out yesterday and said that, this was not pre-planned. This wasn't a direct attack at Cleveland.
It's their first home game. It's not their fault that the Browns got scheduled for their first home game.
100%. But also, they released the schedule in May. You would think that, all right, we have enough time to think, this might not optically be the best look. Or do you think they looked at it and said, oh, this is going to be hilarious?
I think they don't care. I think they they were going to do it for for the opening game no matter what. And when they saw it was the Browns, they're probably like, well, isn't this ironic? But they don't care. Baltimore doesn't care. The Ravens organization don't care. Only people that care are Cleveland fans, the Cleveland organization. That's it.
It's fucked up though, optically, man. Like there's gonna be they're doing all these celebrations.
I hate to break it.
Old players.
I hate to break it to you, but if the shoe was on the other foot, I'd be like, oh, this is awesome.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, you're probably right, but
I mean, it's kind of like opening weekend. They do the Super Bowl rematch, and they do the ring presentation before the game. It's like, it's kind of fucked up. The Chiefs are right over there.
Yeah, that's fair. This is, I don't know. This one stings a little more. But hey, do you think this is like the extra motivation that the Browns need to kind of pull off the upset? Because I mean, what are they? 10.5-point underdogs. Third time being a double-digit underdog under Kevin Stefanski. Do you think this is the I don't know, the perfect thing for the Browns to kind of fuel that fire? Do you think Stefanski's bringing this up in practice all week?
I don't think anyone that's in Cleveland right now cares. Most of them weren't even born yet. The players almost, I would say probably 65% of the roster, 70% of the roster weren't even born when this happened. I don't think they care at all.
I'm curious what the mindset is in an NFL locker room compared to college, right? Because college really drives home those rivalries and stuff and those kind of narratives that get pushed. This feels like a golden opportunity. I mean, if this was taking place in college, I feel like this would be a much bigger deal. But I think you're right, because these players, like you said, probably 70% of them, weren't even born when this happened. I feel like it's not that big of a deal. But I feel like when the game hits, I don't know, you think that some of those players will be like, all right, let's do this for the city, man.
Nobody
they
gives
need this.
Don't be high school Harry, Pat. No one gives a fuck about the city. They might say it publicly, but when they go out there, they're there to just ball out, make money, and try to win a game for sure. I think there is culture, there is motivation to win games with your teammates, but this is not like do it for Cleveland.
We play for the name on the front, not the name on the back.
Yes, that's some high school Harry shit, and it sounds good.
It does,
but
and that's what I'm going to be telling myself all day Sunday, that the Browns are, absolutely.
They're so motivated because
just fuming
because Art Modell wronged the city
because of his bitch ass.
No, for me, yes, for me.
Yeah,
well, I'm 41 years old, and I was a kid when that happened, and that was devastating as a Browns fan. I mean, when they moved 90, so it had 95 is when they moved. Yeah, I was 11, like sixth grade. Huge Browns fan, devastating.
That's brutal. And then what? There was 3 years with no football.
Yeah.
Did you root for? I guess. Yeah. Talk me through it. I feel like I got to go back and ask my dad this question. But for those 3 years without the Browns, did you root for other teams, or did you just kind of?
No, I mean, it was a weird time. Like I didn't really have a team. And so we would have NFL football on, but it wasn't like, I don't know. It was still always go Browns.
Yeah.
Because when they moved, immediately the NFL promised them the next expansion. So it's not like you had to find a new team because you didn't have a team. Like you knew that the Browns were coming back soon.
Yeah.
And no one knew how soon, but you knew that Cleveland was going to get a team and the Browns were going to return. So you just kind of waited and watched, but waited for your team to come back. It was devastating to an 11-year-old.
Yeah, that's got to be an eerie time. He has to be a sports fan. Like, yeah, I know my team's going to come back, but I just don't know when. So I'm not going to root for anyone until that happens.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of the Browns, I guess had added fuel to their fire with this whole ceremony. But Jerry Jeudy went right back and added fuel to Baltimore's fire. He was asked, what challenges does the Ravens secondary present to him and the Browns receiving corps? Jeudy said no challenges.
Yeah, I love Jerry. That's my guy.
What are you doing?
Let's be for real. I mean, he shouldn't be doing interviews. Let's just be honest. I mean, maybe he doesn't think their corners are legit. I think their corners are above average.
Yeah, Marlon fucking Humphrey.
He's decent.
Yeah.
But Jair Alexander, I think, is decent. Nate Wiggins, decent.
Wiggins is more than decent.
He's better. He's good.
Dog, that is probably a top 5 secondary in the NFL.
They have the best safety duo in the NFL.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like my guy in a world where We couldn't throw the ball against Cincinnati's ass defense. Cam Taylor-Britt sucks. I mean, bottom barrel of the cornerbacks in the NFL. Let's not get over our skis here.
Yeah.
Like, I love a confident player. I love if he watched that film and maybe just singled out Jair Alexander and said he's not that good.
Yeah,
but like, look at the other four guys.
I mean, just like, I don't know what the point of that was.
I don't either.
Because it's like you're already giving it again. I think that secondary group is top 5 in football. I know that they struggled week 1 against a fucking dynamic Bills offense that, torched them in the second half. But, like, let's be for real. Nate Wiggins is legit. Marlon Humphrey is legit. Jair Alexander, while I guess maybe past his prime, I think still has what it takes. And then, yeah, you mentioned the top 2 or the best safety duo in the league.
That's undeniable. I think I don't have the stats, but I think Kyle Hamilton was the highest graded defender in the NFL in week 1. And Jair Alexander was the lowest graded starting corner in the NFL in week 1, but it is 1 week and it was Buffalo.
Yeah.
But I mean, I get it. Like, both Marlon Humphrey and Jair Alexander were graded very poorly on Pro Football Focus. But I think Marlon Humphreys is a good player. Went up against a really good offense in week 1. And so didn't have his best game, but this defense is filthy. I don't know what. I think this defense provides a lot of problems.
Yeah, it absolutely is filthy. They were the 8th highest graded coverage team last year, according to PFF. Kyle Hamilton had an 88% coverage grade. Marlon Humphrey had an 81% coverage grade. And again, Nate Wiggins, 69% coverage grade. I think he's still phenomenal. I think that's a little low for him. But you add in Malachi Starks and Jair Alexander, who, again, played bad week 1. For me, it's like you're already a 10-point underdog. You're already going up against a top-tier opponent who's probably the favorite to win the AFC right now, or at least the second favorite. Don't give them any added motivation.
And you're the third worst offense in the NFL week 1.
Yeah.
So let's just be for real. I mean, Cleveland has the highest graded defense in the NFL, but guess who's second? The Bengals, because we were that bad on offense. Yeah. It's not the Bengals defense is not very good, but they have the second highest graded defense. And by the way, the Ravens are top 10 after going against Buffalo, one of the best offenses in the NFL. They're still the 9th best defense per Pro Football Focus. Like, I love confidence, but let's just be the fuck for real. That defense is legit, and that secondary is not bad.
Oh yeah,
not bad.
Cannot believe he went and said that. It just always bothers me when, again, unless he's Castellanos. Castellanos was talking crazy shit, talking about Bama. Maybe Judy's on to something. Maybe he's following in Castellanos' footsteps. Maybe the little guy, the underdog, has to start talking shit early on in order to.
We are the little guy.
Yeah,
us Browns, the Browns are the little guy.
Time for the little guy to man up, talk some shit,
or just win a game. I don't need all the talking. I need that action.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll see that action on Sunday. Speaking of, we will also see Andre Schmidt is confirmed back for week 2. Kevin Stefanski confirmed yesterday. He said, we expect him to come through in those moments. Like any young player, we expect him to get better. We kind of anticipated this was going to happen after his comments earlier in the week.
And I mean, at some point you have to have some faith in your coaching staff. Mm-hmm. There has to be, and I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it'll be proven right. But you got to go into these games. He's still the head coach. You got to have some faith in Kevin Stefanski because he sees things we don't. He sees Andre Smite, however you say his fucking name.
I believe Schmidt is how you pronounce it.
I don't care. We're calling him Smite.
Call him shit after we.
Yeah, Andre shit. He sees Andre shit every day in practice. So there's data points there supporting this decision. And maybe it's a bad decision. Maybe they just have dog shit kickers. It sure looks like that. But I think you have to ride those analytics and have some kind of conviction in that decision and let him go kick in game 2 and then game 3 and see how he bounces back. Because ultimately, what are your other options?
Yeah.
I mean, this is the guy you went with. Have some conviction in your choice. He obviously missed 2 kicks week 1, cost you the game. We all know that. Now let's see if he can go nail a fucking 40-yarder against the Ravens to win it.
No, for sure. I mean, hopefully he bounces back. Hopefully first game jitters. Again, his first NFL game. I think maybe there is something to be said about it. Maybe this will be the anti-Cade York. Remember, Cade York had the game winner in his first NFL start and then proceeded to suck ass from there on out.
This is the opposite.
Yeah.
We're going to get the opposite effect.
but we need it, man. Someone pulled up the stat. We talked about like the record for Stefanski in one-score games with and without missed kicks. We want to go back to 2020. Since Stefanski and Andrew Berry took over, the Browns' kicking woes are some of the worst in the NFL. In extra points, they are hitting 78% of their extra points, the worst mark in the NFL. NFL average is 85%. From under 40, they are hitting 88% of field goals. NFL average is 95%. 88% is also dead last in the NFL.
So the Browns, since 2020, are the worst team in all the NFL at extra points and short field goals.
The two things that bit us in the ass on Sunday.
Without a doubt. And also the two easiest components of kicking. Like, at least get a consistent guy without the great leg.
Yeah. And it's funny because then, all right, you go to field goals from 40 to 49, 69%, 10% below league average, 31st in the NFL, so second to last. Oddly enough, Zach, 50-plus yarders, we're doing fine. 3% greater than league average, 10th in the NFL.
It just makes you think that Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski value big legs over consistent kickers.
Yeah.
It's
we'll
like,
drill a 57-yarder. Oh, my God, he's the one.
Right. Like, he can hit from 60. Let's sign him. Let's make him the starter because he has a big leg. It's like, how about the field goals that are more common? You more commonly kick a field goal at 35 yards than 60. Yeah. Happens way more often. Let's get a guy who can hit that consistently. And if nothing else, at least get a guy who's money on extra points.
His head that much. 78% on extra points is crazy. It is literally
one out of every 4 extra points have been missed.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
Unbelievable.
What, he's 1 for 2 right now?
1 for 2 right now.
Oh, boy. So he's got to go 2 for 2 in this game just to keep that average.
He's due. Zach, I do want to get one more commercial break, close it out with some Quinshon talk, and then get to your super chats.
Sounds like a
get
plan.
them in while you can.
We'll be right back after this. I don't know about you guys, but car shopping can be a huge pain. Dealing with different salespeople, price haggling, all the stuff that you have to do. I just bought a truck, and it's an experience, to say the least. That's why I'm happy we found Car Gurus. Car Gurus will connect you with trusted dealerships when you're ready, ensuring a transparent and hassle-free buying process. It's a great tool for you if you're looking to buy a new car. With over 4 million listings, Car Gurus has more car listings than any other major online automotive marketplace in the U.S., so you can find the best deal and the perfect car. Car Guru gives you the control to shop how you want to shop with the tools, information, and data-driven deal ratings you need. It's no wonder SimilarWeb estimated traffic data shows Car Gurus is the #1 most visited car shopping site on the internet. It's the go-to. If you're going to be buying a car, you have to use it. I highly encourage it. Buy or even sell your next car today with Car Gurus at cargurus.com. Go to cargurus.com to make sure your big deal is the best deal. That's cargurus.com. cargurus.com. Go check it out. All right, Menace Army, I've talked about it, and if you haven't tried it out yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. It's a box. It's about this big. Plug it in the back of your TV, hook it up to Wi-Fi, and you get everything. Every show, every game, every movie ever made. You get it all. All you got to do is buy it. There's no subscription, no fees. You can cancel cable. You literally get every channel, every sports game, every movie that's ever come out. You get pay-per-views. You get Netflix, Amazon Prime, you name it. Every subscription, streaming service, you get it all for one price, and you're set for life. They also just came out the Ultra, the newest box, which comes with DVR capabilities. You can pause, rewind, fast forward, all of that, live TV. It's a must get. Go to getabox.com and use promo code Menace. You get $25 off. I've yet to find one person who wasn't thrilled. I promise. You'll love it. Go check it out. Getabox.com right now. Get $25 off with promo code Menace. Get you a box.
Oh, man. This camera's fuck. There we go. Yeah, get that box.
Get you a box.
We got a Quinshon update here, Zach. At first, it was reported that he was going to be at practice yesterday. Turns out he was not at practice yesterday. Instead, he met with the NFL yesterday as part of their investigation into his situation. There's currently no word on a timetable for resolution, but once the league completes its investigation and shares its discipline decision, Quinshon, alongside the NFLPA, has a right to try and negotiate a compromise. If no agreement can be reached, the player can either accept the initial discipline or appeal to Sue L. Robinson, the former U.S. District Judge who serves as the NFL and NFLPA's jointly appointed disciplinary officer. So it sounds like, to me, Quinshon was there maybe trying to work out a deal already with the NFL, which means to me he's likely going to get suspended.
I mean, it sure looks like that, right? What would you need to meet about if there was no suspension on the table? It'd be like, you're good. Like, you don't need to come here. We're not going to suspend you.
Yeah.
So I would imagine a suspension is looming. 3 games is my guess. If it's 3 games or less, I think he just accepts it. If it's more than 3 games, I think he appeals it. And shout out Sue L. Robinson, whatever fucking judge that is, that's going to make the final decision. But I think the moral of the story is let's just get it done, get it over with, find out what it is, and move forward.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I want specifically for fucking fantasy purposes, because I have him in like 4 out of the 6 leagues that I'm in, because I figured that there wasn't going to be any suspension. This whole situation was going to be figured out by now. But it sounds like he will be back at practice today. So we'll have updates for you tomorrow on that front once we get notes from practice. But and then I guess there's still a long shot that he will play this weekend in some capacity against Baltimore. If you're the Browns, are you trying to get him some game work this weekend after?
I mean, yeah, I think if either the punishment hasn't been finalized and he's available to play, I think you absolutely play him. No. I mean, I think Dylan Sampson looked really good in week 1, specifically out of the backfield. I think the line was such dog shit that they couldn't get much going on the ground. Yeah. But I think adding Quinshon, he's an explosive ass playmaker, and boy, the Browns are short on explosive ass playmakers.
I mean, that's for sure. And for me, I want to see what he can do rushing the football. I know that Sampson was electric. That was mostly as a pass catcher, and Jerome Ford did nothing. I mean, 6 carries for 8 yards in week 1. I want to see what Quinshon can do as a runner, because I think he'll be able to provide some life for this offense, and then, kind of open up the passing game, right? Because I think the one of the reasons why the passing game struggled in week 1 was because we couldn't get anything going on the ground. And we saw Buffalo run with some success against Baltimore in week 1. So I think it'll be, potent for us to try to do the same. Yeah.
I think Buffalo's offensive line's far better than ours. I worry about the Browns running the football on that defensive front. I mean, the Bills, I think, are much better up front, and they ran for 3 yards a carry. I'm not confident we can run it on them, and I'm not confident we can throw it on them. So it's a lack of confidence offensively for me. But I'm really curious. I think this is going to be really a pivotal game, an important game, and a key game to find out how good the Browns defense actually is. And then also, I mean, can they keep it close? Is it a winnable game? And could they possibly win this game? Because if they do, I think there's a lot of hope that they can win games that way, because this is one of the best teams in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, and certainly one of the best offenses in the NFL. I mean, Derrick Henry went for 170 yards rushing against the Bills. Lamar lit it up with over 200 yards passing and 2 touchdowns, and also added his 70 yards rushing that he's pretty much good for every week.
Yeah.
I mean, Zay Flowers was a fucking home run nightmare. 9 targets, 7 catches, 143 yards. Like, I just think this is I'm trying to think of a better test. Yeah. I mean, I think Cincinnati was a great test through the air, but their offensive line sucks too, so they couldn't run the ball worth a shit. And the Browns shut them down, but can they shut down a true dual threat offense? They have Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson running the shit out of the ball, 240 yards rushing between the two of them. And then, by the way, Lamar actually is a really good thrower. It just dynamic. This is the ultimate test. If the Browns defense can at least kind of stifle the Ravens offense, I think there's a chance we can look at this outlook and say, hey, the Browns might be able to win some games and get in the hunt.
Yeah, this is huge. Like you said, I think there is some belief after how week 1 went, how good the defense looked. I have this nugget from week 1, but Joe Burrow was the only quarterback in week 1 who didn't complete a pass 15 plus yards downfield.
Yeah.
Talk about clamps in the secondary between Denzel Ward and Greg Newsome. Shout out those 2 guys. I think that, Zach, the biggest thing for me, and I think the player that'll potentially be the biggest impact for the Browns in this game is Mason Graham.
Yeah.
Because that's who you need to clog the middle to kind of keep Lamar in the pocket, right? Because that's how Lamar beats you, is those scrambles. So if Mason Graham can blow things up in the interior, I think that'll give the Browns a chance to limit what he can do with his legs and extending plays. So I'm really looking forward to see what he can do this weekend, Zach. I think that'll be huge.
Yeah, I mean, I think he had a very lackluster, game one as a rookie against Cincinnati. He didn't do much, didn't flash much.
Yeah.
He was the 34th best graded D tackle in the NFL week one on Pro Football Focus. So I'm hoping to see that those jitters are gone. He's played an NFL game. He knows what it is. Got a whole week of preparation now, and he's got one in the bank. I'm hoping Mason Graham has a nice spike. He kind of levels up this week.
Oh, I hope so. That would be awesome. Zach, I do want to get some super chats
Love
here
that.
before we head on out. Don B, thanks to the 2. RIP Charlie Kirk, your legacy will live forever.
There's no doubt. There is no doubt. And I think that his legacy, and it's fucked up to say, but I think he's going to now have an even greater impact on this country because he's a martyr, because he was assassinated, and because of his profound takes, words, and just what he did.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about the guy that got assassinated, not some right-wing crazy fucker that just like spews a bunch of dividing narratives, true or false. If they're divisive, I could see a crazy left-winger shooting him, right? Mm-hmm. Charlie Kirk's whole brand was, let's talk about it. Let's have a civil conversation, both sides. Like, he would go on campuses and get left-wing people to come argue, debate him, but it was always respectful. He was never spewing hate. No matter what you say, you could spin shit he said and paint a narrative that it was hateful, but it never was. No. It was always just driving home his truth, which I believe is truth. But even if you think it's not, he wasn't doing anything malicious.
Yeah, no, I agree. RIP and prayer hands in the chat for Charlie Kirk. Ben Hartman, thanks for the 10. Probably too soon for a new profile pic, but remember, 2,977 people lost their lives, and hope everyone knows why. We never forget this day. God bless you, Zach, Pat, and Chris, and all the Menace Army.
I think this one's hitting different because obviously 2,977 people died, and the response was the most amazing thing I've experienced in my life. Just the banding together, one nation, getting behind this fight against terror. And it truly did the opposite of what the terrorists thought it would do. They thought it would crumble us, and it only brought us together. And I reflect 24 years later and how divided and not together we are is exemplified the day before by an innocent, good father, good husband, little kids, not hateful man gets assassinated. It's just, it's sad. It really is sad how far apart this country is.
Absolutely. And I'm trying to guess who that profile picture is. I think it's Ryan Day on some sort of motorcycle.
Oh, yeah, it is. The Cotton Bowl. That's exactly what it is.
Don B, thanks to the 2. If Terry shows up, we are cooking the Packers.
I'm here for it.
Bro, I
let
need
Terry
go off for fantasy too.
Listen, get him the apron, get him the fucking pots and pans, and let Terry cook. We know Terry will cook if you let him cook. Unleash scary Terry.
Yeah, fuck fat ass Debo. Force feed Terry the ball,
please.
Zach, that is all the super chats we have on this Thirsty Thursday.
I love it.
On out of here.
1,400 people in here. That's a banger. Retweet on Twitter if you can. Help us make it grow. And if you're not, get over to YouTube and subscribe. Push the little bell. It'll alert you when we go live. But there's a little hint. It's at 9 a.m. Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
So just tune in. Come hang out with us. Like the video on YouTube. We're trying to get 200 likes every day. Help us get there. That is your way to spend $0, but support us on this new platform. We appreciate you, Pound Town. Menace out.